The weights don't lift themselves. Pick up the weights, open the book, start studying, do something every day, and you'll be amazed. What are you going to do in 2026? And what are you going to do differently in the new year if you're not happy with what's happened in the past? Don't make the same mistakes in the new year like you made in the past. What are you going to do differently to make all of your future days better? Do something today to make every future day better.
The life that you want is on the other side of the work you're avoiding.
Invest your time now to make your future better. I purchased this sign in 2019, and it's as true today as it was then. Are you going to make the same excuses in 2026 as you made in 2025 for not accomplishing something? You can either have excuses or you can have results. Which is it going to be for you in 2026?
When Logan was a baby, the doctor said that he'd be in a wheelchair for the rest of his life.
Yeah, I see the resemblance. Not bad.
Logan disagreed with the doctor and joined the baseball team.
Now, you can't change the cards that you've been dealt in this life, but you can change what you do with what you have.
So proud of you. I can't even begin to tell you how proud I am.
Logan has cerebral palsy. That's his excuse to never walk, never play baseball, never ski, never get in the water, never drive, never be strong, never stand to accept his diploma.
Logan Noble!
And never finish the New York City Marathon.
Good boy.
And now, when I start making excuses, when I think I can't do something, I just think, Logan did it.
Come on, Logan! Come on, Logan! Come on, Logan!
That's a fantastic video from Casey Neistat. I suggest you go and watch it if you need motivation to stop having excuses. Be like Logan. Don't let your situation hold you back. Do something today to make all of your tomorrows better. Now, in this video, I'm going to cover a lot of ground. Use the timestamps below to jump to the relevant portions of the video that you're most interested in. Before I get into the top skills that you need to get in 2026, we're going to have a bit of a hard talk about your situation. We're going to talk about this. What are you going to do this year that is different to previous years? If you're not interested in that portion of the video, jump ahead. But it's important that we start the new year on the right footing and make this year better than all previous years. When I look at Logan and so many others who have a much worse situation than I have, it tells me that I have no excuses. I have no excuse for not doing something today to make tomorrow better. There are so many people in the world that have a worse situation than most of us. Don't let that be an excuse to stop you from changing your life. But as always, you need to put in the work. You can't wait till tomorrow. Start today putting in the work.
The one that I like my favorite quote at the moment is that, you know Alex Hormozy? He runs gyms in America, but he's so bright. And he said, what was the exact words? He said, real self-confidence doesn't come from shouting affirmations in the mirror. Real self-confidence comes from giving the world irrefutable proof you are who you say you are.
You have to put in the work. You have to do something to change all of your tomorrows. Dreaming about it won't actually make it happen. Those can help you set where you want to go in life, but you have to put in the work. You have to do something today to make tomorrow better. So put in the work. As they say, the weights don't lift themselves. Pick up the weights, open the book, start studying, do something every day, and you'll be amazed how your success grows and grows and grows. One of my favorite books is Atomic Habits. If you haven't read it, I suggest you read it this year. In that book, James talks about the 1% principle. If you just improve by 1% every day, you have an exponential improvement over a short period of time. Make sure that you do something every day to help you reach your goals. And that's something that's really important. You have to set goals. You have to decide, this is what I want to do, and write it down. Make sure that you write your goals down and then revisit them often. Don't just set New Year's resolutions and then forget about them. Do something every day to take you closer to accomplishing those New Year's resolutions. What are you going to do this year to get you closer to where you want to be? If you don't do something every day to get you where you want to go, you're going to end up in the same place a year from now. Perhaps you're happy with that, but I'm not. Doesn't matter how old I get, doesn't matter what I'm doing. I want to keep on improving. I want to keep on learning new skills. I want to keep on getting better in what I do. And hopefully I'm doing that. There's going to be times where you stumble and fall. There are going to be times when you make mistakes. There's going to be times where you get it wrong. But what's really important is that you get up and try again. You may struggle, but get up and try again and reach that goal. Don't let the setbacks stop you. Don't listen to those voices in your head that tell you that you can't do it. Don't listen to the haters online or wherever. Maybe they're family members. Don't let the haters stop you from reaching your goals. You've got to ignore those people and focus on where you want to go. You've got to believe in yourself. Ignore the haters. Ignore the doubt. Ignore the fear. You have to ignore those people that tell you that you can't do it. If you want to get a new certification, if you want to move from one job to another, perhaps you're working in McDonald's, perhaps you're driving a taxi, it doesn't matter. You want to move from that to becoming an AI engineer or becoming a cybersecurity engineer. You have to do something every day to get you there, and ignore the doubters. Ignore the people that have told you that you can't do it. Ignore the teachers that have told you that you're dumb. Ignore all the people that have told you that you can't do it. I can tell you, I have had people over the years tell me all kinds of horrible things. If you have a social media presence, you're going to get a lot of negative feedback, a lot of negative comments. You've got to ignore all those people that tell you that you can't do something. If I listened to people on the internet, if I listened to all the haters, I would just do nothing, because no matter what I do, someone is going to be disappointed with what I've done. No matter what I do, someone's going to complain. No matter what I do, someone is going to hate it. So you've got to ignore the haters, decide for yourself what you want to do, and go for it. Ignore those people. Get a tribe of people or get a group of people around you that have your best interests at heart. Listen to the people that want you to succeed. Listen to the people that want you to improve. Listen to the people that want you to get better, and ignore the people that don't. If you want to pick up new skills, if you want to improve your life, you need to spend time studying. That's one of the things I love about IT. You can learn new skills and become an expert very quickly in some new thing. 5 years ago, or even 2 or 3 years ago, there weren't the opportunities in AI like there are today. Agentic AI is a massive area. Tech comes in waves. Ride the new waves and you can be the expert in just a short amount of time. Quantum computing is a new thing that I would look at. So ride that wave. Don't let people tell you that you don't have the experience, because very few people have experience in certain new areas. So get into the new areas and then you can become the expert in that area. Now let's look at the top 5 paths for 2026. If I were you, I would look at these areas, and the number one area is AI. Now, many of you might be groaning when I say that, but this is an area that you can't get away from these days. You can't ignore this anymore. Notice this from The Guardian. More than 20% of videos shown to new YouTube users are AI slop. Low-quality AI-generated content is now saturating social media and generating about $117 million a year, data shows. You can't get away from this. You can either hate it or you can embrace it. You can either ignore it, which is a major problem in today's world, or you can leverage it to help you. But if I were you, I would focus on using AI to improve your workflows, to help you do a better job, to make you more productive, to show you more opportunities, just to help you be better than people who don't use AI. So at the moment, you can't get away from AI. Have a look at agentic AI, the use of AI agents. I mean, in the past, we had chatgpt, we had chatbots, but AI is also changing rapidly. Look at the new developments in AI and see what the new trends are and jump on those trends. Look at agentic AI. Look at how you can help businesses use AI to improve their workflows, improve their businesses. Look at automation with AI. In my business, we use AI all the time to help us iterate ideas, to help us improve videos, to help us in many ways. You can't always trust AI because it hallucinates. LLMs hallucinate. But notice LLMs are just one part of machine learning and artificial intelligence. There are other areas in IT that use AI for other tasks. But have a look at agentic AI. Have a look at using AI to automate. And have a look at vibe coding. I'm going to mention vibe coding as well in a later part of this video. But vibe coding can really help you. I recently asked a vibe coding platform to write me some code, which, generated very, very quickly. Instead of me trying to write that code from scratch, I was able to use that code in my videos. So look at using vibe coding to make you more productive. Look at using AI to make you more productive. Have a look at AI agents in 2026 if you haven't already. Now, another great place to look at AI is cybersecurity and AI. Cybersecurity and automation with AI. Look at using AI to improve companies. So people are using AI with red teaming as an example to hack companies and find vulnerabilities. Look at using AI to make your defenses better. So AI can be used in many, many areas. It can be used in development with vibe coding, can be used in cybersecurity with both attack and protection. Have a look at AI if you haven't already. Make sure that you're using it to improve your skills and make you more productive. Second big area that I'd have a look at in 2026 is quantum computing. The announcements with regards to quantum computing are escalating. This is the trend that I'm seeing in quantum computing. Make sure that you get on this wave now if you're interested in quantum computing. It's going to change many, many things. Most encryption out there is going to be broken by quantum computing. Governments are storing encrypted data now to decrypt later when they have the quantum computing power. And some of them may already have that, but store now, decrypt later is happening, where governments again are storing data to decrypt it. Big opportunities with quantum computing. So if you want to look at the next wave, I would have a look at quantum computing. I've been mentioning this for a few years now, and this is escalating. Now is the time to get into quantum computing. Okay, an area that I would highly recommend, it's only getting more and more important in the era of AI, is cybersecurity. Companies need to be secured. Now, a lot of us may prefer attacking, Mr. Robot kind of coolness.
I started intercepting all the traffic on your network. That's when I noticed something strange. That's when I decided to hack you. Evil Corp, the largest conglomerate in the world, a monster of modern society.
Most jobs are on the defensive side, so blue team. There are many, many roles in cybersecurity, and this is only going to become more and more important. So if you're interested in cyber, if you're interested in hacking, if you're interested in protecting organizations, have a look at cybersecurity. It's been hot for a while. It's very, very important in today's world. All companies and individuals need cybersecurity. The world is becoming more and more connected. Cybersecurity is only becoming more important. So have a look at cybersecurity if you're interested in hacking, if you're interested in protecting companies. Fourth area that I'd have a look at is software development. This is not going to go away. We've had predictions about all software developers are going to be replaced by AI. I don't see that happening. Vibe coding is great, but the code generated by vibe coding platforms is often very insecure, shouldn't be put out there without a human reviewing the code. Learn the fundamentals, but also look at vibe coding. First language I would look at if you're interested in getting into software development is Python, but have a look at Rust, have a look at Go. I interviewed Dr. Chuck and he gave us his opinion about Devon.
Here's another multiple choice question. The Devon announcement, why was it? Because people are widely using Devon to write new software and replace people? A. B. Because Devon has gone and written a million new things without even being asked to write a new thing? Or because that person is in between venture capital rounds and needs to say something outrageous to their venture capitalists so that they get their next venture capital round? And the answer is C, right? And so we have to just realize, and the Devon announcement was such a perfect tech bro pitch to venture capitalists that was total crap and fluff. I mean, absolute garbage. And so all these tech bros, they want to make some money. They want to fund their next thing. They want to up their stock price. They say something that is completely outrageous, that they know is absolutely not true. They do a demo of something that they know doesn't scale, and yet then foolish people flow money to them.
The platform that was supposed to replace all software developers hasn't happened. AI will make you more productive. Vibe coding can make you more productive, but you still need to understand the code. You still need to understand the fundamentals. Go and learn Python, go and learn Go and learn Rust if you're interested in getting into software development. The fifth area that I'd have a look at is the cloud. Companies are using the cloud more and more. AWS, Azure, Google Cloud. We saw a lot of problems in 2025 because companies are so reliant on the cloud. Think about when AWS went down. Think about when Azure went down. It affected many, many companies. Thousands of companies were affected when AWS went down. We've had situations where beds stopped working because there was a problem with AWS. The cloud is critical to so many companies out there. So this is a great area to get into if you're not in it already. It's almost impossible in today's world not to encounter the cloud. So you need to learn the cloud. I still think it's a great area to look at and get involved in, because it's not just about setting up infrastructure in the cloud. It's about securing that infrastructure. So many hacks have taken place because companies leave insecure stuff in the cloud. So you can combine cloud with cybersecurity skills, as an example, to make yourself more valuable. Help companies better deploy stuff in the cloud and help them secure stuff better in the cloud. Now, in previous videos, I spoke about how networking wasn't a high growth area. Well, that's changed because guess what? Companies are deploying data centers like crazy. Networking is very cool or hot, whichever term you want to use. It is so important in the era of AI. Data centers are being set up all over the place, so there's massive opportunity in networking these days. Companies are having to change their networking infrastructure because they want to deploy AI. So things are changing, especially in the world of agentic AI. More traffic on the network, changes in traffic flows on the network. Companies are not deploying AI without some type of network. They could be running AI locally, but people within the organization are going to be accessing that AI. They could be deploying AI in the cloud or leveraging one of the cloud providers. AI requires a network, huge networks. So if you're interested in networking, great news is that networking is cool again. Networking is required in cybersecurity. Networking is required in the world of AI. Networking is required in the cloud. So if you're interested in networking, I would have a look at getting into networking. I think there's a lot of opportunities because of AI in networking in 2026, but let me know your thoughts. Another area, especially from the cybersecurity point of view, is IoT. We've seen a lot of examples in 2025 of IoT devices doing weird things like beds no longer working. IoT devices can be hacked. IoT deployments are just ramping up. More and more devices are going to be connected to the internet. We're going to probably see either in 2026 or in the next few years, 5G or 6G being added to devices like your washing machine, like your fridge, etc. More and more devices are going to be connected to the internet. Huge opportunity from a cybersecurity point of view, because often these devices have very bad security. You can help companies better secure their IoT devices. You can help them better manage the IoT devices. So I think that's a bonus area to have a look at. So rather than just 5 top areas, I've given you a few more areas to look at. These are all great areas to look at if you want to get into IT or you're looking at a new opportunity in IT. AI is so important. Have a look at that. Quantum computing, next thing to look at. Cybersecurity is a fantastic area to be in. Software development is not going to go away. The cloud is not going to go away. Networking is not going to go away. Lots of opportunities if you're interested in different things. So what are you going to do? Which areas are the areas that you're most interested in? Let me know in the comments. But now let's talk about 5 core skills that you need for 2026. I've repeated this many, many times because these are core skills that you need. Number 1, sounding like a broken record, is AI. You need AI skills in 2026. Make sure that you learn how to leverage AI to help companies do things better or just to help you do things better yourself. Number 2 is Linux. If you are in the world of AI, you need to know Linux. If you're in the world of networking devices use Linux these days. If you're into software development, you need to learn Linux. We have seen so much pushback against Microsoft Windows. The whole situation with Windows 10, the whole situation with telemetry. I think Linux in 2026 is a core skill that you need to have. Just like AI, you need to learn Linux if you haven't already in 2026. I keep repeating myself like a broken record, but learn Linux if you haven't already. You're going to change your life if you understand software development, or at least scripting, or some basic level of knowledge with coding. It gives you the opportunity to create something rather than just to consume something. You will take yourself to the next level by learning some kind of programming language. If you haven't learned Python already, make sure that you learn it. Python is used in cybersecurity. Python is used heavily in AI. Python is used heavily in a whole bunch of areas. Make sure that you learn Python if you haven't already. And after you've learned Python, go and learn a language like Go. Go and learn a language like Rust if you really want to take your knowledge to the next level. These are core skills that you need into today's world. You need to know AI. You need to know Linux. You need to have some kind of proficiency with programming. It will really help you. And a very basic skill is networking. In cybersecurity, you need networking. AI relies on networks. The cloud relies on networks. So you need to have a foundational level of knowledge in networking. I always recommend the CCNA if you want to get a great certification and you want to become a network engineer. CCNA is fantastic. If you only want to get into cybersecurity, go and have a look at the Network Plus as an example. But if you want doors to open and you're new in career, have a look at CCNA, fantastic certification to get. Cloud, you need to have cloud skills. Go and get an AWS cert as an example. You need to learn the cloud in 2026 if you haven't already. And some bonus areas, you need to learn virtualization. You need to understand what virtual machines are. If you want to learn cybersecurity, you're going to want to run Kali Linux as an example, or ParrotOS in a virtual machine with some other devices so that you can attack them. Virtualization is so important. I've said this many times in the past, and I'll say it again. You need to learn virtualization technologies, learn how to work with virtual machines, but also learn how to work with Docker. So make sure that you learn these core skills. So number 1, AI. Number 2, Linux. Number 3, some kind of programming language like Python. And learn to leverage vibe coding to help you. Number 4, networking. Number 5, the cloud. And then as a bonus, you need to understand virtualization. I'm repeating myself, but these are core skills that I think all of us should have. What are your thoughts? Have I forgotten something? Do you disagree with what I've said? Do you think there's something else that I've missed? Please let me know in the comments. But I want to say this. It's a new year. It's time to reflect on what you've done in the past and look at how you can improve things in the future. I hope that in a year's time, your life is going to be massively improved from where it is today. Go and get some certifications, or at least get the knowledge. Go and show your work online. Join an open source project as an example, or showcase your work on GitHub or on social media. Do something every day to make your knowledge and your opportunities greater. I want to wish you all the very best in 2026. I look forward to hearing how you've changed your life in the next year. I often receive comments from people, just got one the other day, where people have told me that they've changed their life by doing something, by learning a technology, by getting a certification. Be one of those people that has a story to tell, to encourage all of us to do better every day. I'm David Bombal, and I want to wish you all the very best.